Hey y'all, Chris here, and today I am super excited to announce I got a new flat lap. So first off, let me just start by saying, while this video is not promoted by Hitech, I am going to definitely shout them out a lot. So it's not really an ad, but it is fully my endorsement for them being just an awesome company. And along with the flat lap, we've got a nice new little toy to check out. So let's get right into it. But there's also a part 2 to this video where I cut some rocks last night and we're gonna look at that after the new flat lap. So if you wanna see some new cuts, definitely stick around. Okay, so pardon the microscope and streaming setup still sitting out here, but look at how pretty the new flat lap is. Oh, it's so gorgeous. However, you may notice something a little different with this one, which is what we'll get to in just a second. But it's lacking the stickers that my other one had. So I'm gonna peel maybe a couple of those off because I don't think Hitech wants them on there. They're gonna probably just peel all of them off when they get it. And so I'm gonna peel some of those off and try and maybe reattach a couple I want on there. But that's just all fun aesthetic stuff for me. What's just really cool is how above and beyond Hitech Diamond went and sent me a new machine. Because mine was having a little troubles. I had sent it in for repair within the last year, but unfortunately the issues kind of persisted and got a little worse, and on a recent Maker's Bunch, my machine started making so much noise I didn't even notice with my headphones in, but at one moment I popped my headphones out and could hear my machine and the sound it was making, and I hurried to turn it off and was like, uh-oh, something's wrong. Well, quick call to them and let them hear what my machine was doing. They're like, yep, let's get you a new unit. And they literally sent the new one while my old one is still here. So got this out of the box, got it set up. Gonna get that one, I already cleaned it out really well, but I'm gonna clean it a bit more, make it nice and super clean for them, send it back, they can refurbish that one and resell it as a used one. And they're gonna let me keep the new one. Just so cool of them. Now, let's get into what's up here. We got a nice shiny opalescent sticker. What is that? Currently Rockhounding fabrication. Look at that, made in the good old USA. What is that? That looks kind of weird. Interesting contraption on a flat lap, if I do say so. Kind of blocks taking my wheel off there. What on earth could this even be for? Alright, silly jokes aside, this is an intarsia fence. So you can use this not just for intarsia, but for getting, just the angles you need if you need a nice straight right angle on a cab. So say I wanted to rework this picture stone, sorry for the lighting, but what if I wanted to rework this picture stone into a more proper right angle square all around? That's what this is for. I'm gonna get you a better angle. So when properly set up, and you get a nice perfect right angle here, you do want to check the fence with an angle, but you can adjust it using these nuts or put a little shimmy thing under it. Hold it down with some clamps so it doesn't move a whole lot. I just have it very loosely on here to show you all right now. But essentially it allows you to have a nice right angle. Now this stone I don't think has a perfect right angle to it, so it looks a little off there. I did set this up almost perfect, but I kind of just set it up really loosely. But you can see, get the fence perfectly aligned there, and you can work all your pieces, go around all the sides until you get a nice flat right angle on it. And I think we'll do that in a very soon to come video, but not today. But I had seen that Jared had created his own flat lap fence a little while back, and I said, hey, what can I pay you to make one for me? And he said it wasn't really, worth his time to make a single one just because of the fabrication time and all that. It was going to be expensive to make just one for me. And so he decided to go ahead and make a whole batch of them. And I'm glad that I kind of pushed him towards it, as he said. He said, thanks for pushing me into it. And I'm glad I did because I didn't really want to have to make one of these as I don't have the fabrication equipment or anything to cut the aluminum, or really I'd have to outsource making everything and put it together myself at the very best, and probably would have spent a fair bit more than I did from just buying it from him. Anyway, go check out Currently Rockhounding's page if you want to get a flat lap fence. It does work on the Hitech 8-inch, and yeah, just go check it out. He's got them posted up there. I want to say that was $70 with free shipping. Don't quote me, 70, 75. I believe it was 70, yeah. I didn't double check before doing this, but That's what I paid, and I think it's going to be well worth it because I'm now going to be able to make very nice right angle pieces, and I'm going to get into intarsia. I've been watching a whole bunch of people in the community start doing some intarsia, some that have been doing it for years. Some don't post it as much. We got some hidden gems in the community like Boot Jalokia. Oh, that guy has done some really cool intarsia, and I wish he would share a little bit more with us. So hint, hint, Boot, get out there. Just start posting more of it. Show us all your beautiful work. Anyway, I'm rambling. I don't have a script. I'm just kind of going off here. So let's jump into the rocks I cut. Ooh, look at that beautiful metal detector. Can't wait to get out and play with you. I'll pet you. Let's look at the rocks. All right, so I had to rinse the saw oil off a lot of stuff, and it's a very eclectic collection of stuff I cut here. But as you can see, there's a lot of coral. I also cut some of the root beer calcite. This is the end cut here. But I cut a few slabs of this, and what I think I might do with the end cut here is experiment with the acid etching and soak this piece in the hydrochloric acid and see if we can get that pseudo polish on there. Yeah, so we've got some of the bacon, not bacon slices. I keep calling it the bacon, but it's the root beer calcite. So that one's really cool. I really liked a bunch of these corals. Should attempt to find the matching pairs here. Look at that. It's got such cool detail. Nice bands in there, bots down in there. Some cloudy remnants of the coral floating within the chalcedony. A ghostly ethereal blue just popping up in the abyss down there. As you move it around, the colors kind of play in the light. The corals are just really fun to explore. This one's got quite a bit of dark spots up here. I like the variation from dark to light in this one piece. And it's odd how this side has that light bit of like ephemeral bluish, and over here it just goes white. That one was a pretty lucky cut. I tried to get the most surface area. I'm glad it held together. It was a really funky shaped piece. And I'm just glad this top bit did not break off. It was solid enough to stay together. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. Honestly, they're all my favorites. Especially this one right here. Whew. This one was something else. So my favorite part of this has to be all the little like snowmen standing guard in there. See, it's definitely like a little snowman. Doesn't look like anything else. There we go. That one's really a little snowman. A little lighthouse. Look at that. Almost looks like the US Capitol building with a little light on top. Oh yeah. But isn't that cool? Like little, that one's like little mushroom caps. Loving that. This one's a real surprise in the UV as well. It's gonna end up being a longer video than I had planned because I just realized we have to do UV shots too. Oh my. Look at the colorful bots in there. That one's got a really nice color to it. Oh, those two Y branches don't go together. Let's find your mates. Loving them. I saved all the most difficult ones to cut last, so that's why there's all these little Y branch slingshot looking ones. This one's rather boring. It's got some cool UV, but it did not get agatized. Just lightly fossilized. Really nice banding in this one. Banding surrounding the bots. And some hidden stuff down in there deep within the chalcedony. Almost all of these had no visible chalcedony outside, so it's always a gamble cutting them. And I'm surprised out of this last bunch, I only had a couple duds and a couple like half duds like this one. Still pretty inside. Still has some nice little bots and such. Really nice banding there. But a little cruddy down there. All right, just a couple more corals. Oh, I don't know where your mates went. There's this one. Must have left the other half of this in the box, in the cutting box, but this one's pretty cool. It's got that little something down in there just kind of glowing in the light. Look at it. Like something hiding and waiting to pop out. I like that one. And then the last little coral is this little guy. I was very pleased. It was this way, right? Yeah, there we go. This one I could tell had a little agate to it from the outside. You could see, and you could shine a light through this one and get some good color of the chalcedony in there. It ended up being a pretty nice one. Reminds me kind of the little, oops, drop count 1. Reminds me of the little Tabasco geodes though, just a little bigger. So I also cut some more slabs of the Wonderstone. Just got a few more slabs off of there. That's some of that old stock Wonderstone with the chalcedony running through the middle. Really lovely material. Can't wait to polish some of these up. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be cool. Just kind of looks like a tree right there. A tall, skinny tree with a little plumy top. Could cut that out and add it to some sort of picture stone setup, or possibly intarsia. All right, and then, oh, there was a couple more corals in here. Oops. Oh, there's the other end of that one. It's hiding under some rocks. So that's the missing end off the other weird big one. I just cut the end off of it. Really cool, weird, bubbly banding and stuff down there. And then there was one more coral I missed in there. That one almost had a geode quartzy center, but it filled in all the way. There's the other half of it. Okay, I think it was almost all the coral. There's another one hiding there. All right, so also cut up a Montana. The other end is still in my cutting box, but I cut this one by hand on the trim saw and got a surprisingly nice, even slab for cutting by hand and not in the slab saw. It's very nice, almost uniform size. It's ever so thinner on this side than on this side, just ever so slightly. But that's okay, because this one's to grind down and look for some iris. It's got some fractures, it might fall apart, but it's got, look at that, the way that banding, it's like a shadow banding, pops up at just the right angle. But I was playing with this one in the light, out in the sunlight, and could see some parallax and effects of this that make me think it could be a candidate for iris. So we'll see. And then I cut some of the ruby. I gave a few pieces of this to people in the club, so I think these, yeah, I was gonna say it should be 5. I kept 5, I gave like 4 away, but I had a block of the ruby, and I'm gonna cab these ones up. But, you know, everyone at the club gives so much and so many awesome people at the club that I thought I needed to give something cool back. And so I gave everyone, well, not everyone, but I gave a handful of people there a little slice of the ruby. And then we've got a bunch of AZRE material. Oh, one more coral hiding in there that was a dud. It's got some cool UV, but overall, a cool coral pattern in there too. Mostly solidified. That one might actually polish up. Yeah, let's see. Just some mossy AZRE, some plumy AZRE, and some brecciated AZRE. Most of that in there except for those Montanas. The rest of that I think is all AZRE material that I got on my trip with them. And we'll take a little peek at some of these, and then that'll be about it for today. Always, always a stunner and a showstopper with this material. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. The colors in that is a deep, deep color. And this one's really cool too. It's like Poppy Jasper, but the Arizona version. Look at that. Conglomerate Jasper agate. Jasp agate conglomerate. Oh, there's a few more pieces of that floating around in here. So cool. Loving every bit of it. This one's got some cool bands in there. They come and go as you turn it. They're botryoidal ghostly bands around these like nucleation points of plume. You can see how the bots just grow outwards from all those little spots. This is one I cut in half. Let's see. Oh, another coral. There's the other half of this guy. Lose it in my box. Oh, maybe it's this one that's upside down. Yeah. So I just cut this one in half and figured the center cut part will be the bottom of the cab and I'll dome the top here, but it's kind of a little fractured inside, so we'll see what happens. That's really cool. Oh, there's a druzy pocket in there. Look at that. That whole light spot, that's actually a druzy pocket down inside. Almost cut into it, just barely missed the edge of it there. Barely cracked it open. Nice. Oh. Also cut some of these little ones, little tiny blue, little baby blues. Some of them the banding shows a little more than others. This one's cool. Kind of like a diamond in the bands there. I like the floaters in these ones. Really nice colors. Ooh. One's got a nice druzy bot pocket. It's got some of that snow floating in there. Look at that, just all the little floaties hanging out throughout the banding. Oh, sorry, it's hard to hold steady when it's this close. Even my heartbeat creates little shakes. And my heart is beating right now because, man, this is exciting. Look at those. Oh my gosh. Look at all the little floaters and mossy bits. Ooh, look at the colors right there. Yes, loving it. Okay. Oh, a couple more here. Some of the orange moss. Man. Man, oh man. All right. This video is running way longer than I expected, and I need to go edit it still. So just a couple more. Other side of that brecciated conglomerate one. Look at that. Oranges, pinks, reds. Oh man, even I can see pink in that one. My, oh my. Whoa. Like looking down into a ring of fire. Man, there's always something new to find in the Arizona agates. You can look at the same piece 100 times and probably still find something new. That is so cool. Okay, whew. I need to go eat something and dry the rest of these up so that we can get a UV shot, which I almost forgot. So let's just take a quick peek and wow, those are reactive. All right, let's get a little closer for them. So thank you all for watching. Thanks to all my channel members and to my Patreon members. You guys really, you've helped me do a ton this year, and there's a lot to come thanks to all the support you've given me. And I've got so many cabs. I'll show you real quick here before we go out, but I've been pre-shaping so many cabs, cutting tons of little slablets. Like the amount I cut today is a pretty small amount for each day I go to the club. I usually leave there with like 30 to 50 little cablets I've cut. So when we go out here, I'm going to show you a little peek in my closet at some organizing I did today and a whole bunch of those cablets and slablets I've got set to the side. But I'm really excited to go try out this fence from Currently Rockhounding, so remember to go check out his channel. And then big thanks again to Hitech Diamond for supporting me the way they do as well. They're super awesome to send me this new machine as a replacement. And yeah, just go check out Hitech Diamond. You just missed their 4th of July sale, and I wish I had a video out a little sooner kind of promoting it, but still go check them out. My link is down in the description. You can also use my code RRR at checkout, but it is a preferred method to use the link in the description if you're going to buy anything. It just tracks the sales a little bit better. And so yeah, let's go take a quick look at those slablets, and then we'll see y'all next time. All right, so this is most of, but not all, of my slablets and cablets. Lots of stuff that I've pre-shaped here. So bins of pre-shaped material, and then bins of cablet size material, a couple bins of slabs up here, just lots and lots of various slabs in those. This one down here also has little cablets in the dividers, and so does this one down through the little dividers here. It's got lots more little cab size pieces and some slightly bigger slabs below, but I have been cutting a ton, and I think I'm stocked up for a couple years worth of Lapidary, which is good news because unfortunately my club is closing. Womp womp. Alright, see y'all next time. And just to clarify, my club shop is closing, not the entire club, but we're hopeful to get a new club shop space, but for the time being, it's looking like in a few weeks we're out of that space and don't have anywhere else to go right now. I'll be at home working on the flat laps and no more access to the saws for a little bit.